Hello and welcome back to The Bus by TML Studios, the latest and most upcoming bus simulator to hit the Steam store on the 25th of March 2021. Tonight we are doing line TXL in the reverse direction from yesterday's live stream, so we're doing it towards Alexander Platz, and afterwards we'll also be returning to the bus depot, so we'll be showcasing where the Omnibus Betriebshof Indira Gandhi Strasse is located. So this is along the line 200, which will be added in phase 2, but nonetheless the depot is there, albeit empty, so it's a nice little teaser to what will be implemented in phase 2. Extra, hello, how are you? Welcome to the stream, good to see you here. Unfortunately my game capture is taking a while to work. There it is. So here we are in the bendy bus, the 18 meter. It's a bit more interesting to drive if you ask me. And we have the stormy weather on. I plan halfway through the video to put on the fog and precipitation, because that way we will have used all the weather features. So let's take a look inside the bus. There it is. An articulated bus, as you can see. Pretty standard, eh? Okie dokie, let's go. Let's start the bus up. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that it's called the bus, because we're mentioning the bus a lot when we're not actually talking about the bus, the game. We're talking about the bus, that's the bus in the game. So the bus in the bus. Okay, so let's get going. So first of all, I'm going to set up our ticket machine. So our number is 89863. And then here we go. Now they're gonna get on. This is how you set up the destination. So it used to be with a keybind, but now they get on this way. And then they want €1 change, so there you go. And he wants, or they want, a single ticket, AB. And let's print. Okie dokie. And close up the doors, and away we go. Oh yeah, let's put on the wipers. That's also important. Peace, Lone MC. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. How are you today? Hope all is well. Close the luggage doors. Oops. So yeah. This is gonna get a bit confusing. No, okay. Yeah, basically you can open the front door with F9, you can open all doors with F10, so it ends up that actually end up opening the front door, closing the back door, and then vice versa. My internet is taking yikes, yeah, you have internet issues, sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate, yeah. I mean I have internet issues quite a lot. Luckily they've been it's been grand the last few weeks. I've also turned up the AI traffic a bit, so we should see more AI vehicles than last time. And also, something I forgot to do last time is, here we are driving from the external view. Perhaps when they add AI buses, we'll be able to just ride the bus as well. Because you actually can't go to the very back and drive from the very back of the bendy bus, like you can in Omsi 2. No worries, no worries, we just started like 2 minutes ago. I think tomorrow we'll go back to Omsi 2, because after this video, we'll kind of showcase everything there is to the bus in phase 1. So, you know, once that's done, we'll go back to Omsi 2 tomorrow, Addon, London. Yeah, so the storm basically just like rain, really. It's just that the colour changes from time to time, you get some flashing. Okay, okay. Perfect. We just made it, but now we're in the wrong lane. If we go to the most Addon lane, yippee. Anon, hello, how are you today? Good to see you here. Hello, you are live, I believe. Yes, I am. I believe I'm live anyway, I hope so. PC, I have to watch some other videos. No worries, no worries. What videos do you have to watch out of curiosity? But yes, we are live with a brand new game, The Bus, which will release in, I think, 3 days, yeah. They've been counting it down on the Discord. 3 days from now. Yeah, okay, definitely you can see more AI vehicles now. I bumped it up by 15, so it's from 60 to 75, and it kind of shows. Jeff Rooney, hello, how are you? Good to see you here. Hope all is well. So I will be showcasing a new area. I know we did the TXL yesterday, so that's why I'm using the 18 meter bus, and at the end of this route, which will be finished in about 30 minutes because we're driving quite fast, we'll be doing the depot run, which is the more interesting part. Also, what you might notice is I find the game actually looks better in the rain, so it's interesting, but someone else also mentioned this. I think Amos85 mentioned that for him it looks better in the rain. I think especially if one is in a low-end PC, the game actually looks better in the rain than when it's sunny, which is strange. The performance is actually better in the rain, I find. Because in Omsi 2 it's the reverse. Rain increases lag, especially in Addon, London, but sure, there you have it. You're probably, otherwise you are probably. I love the uncertainty there. You are probably. So I'm going to say that is likely good. continue on the trend, eh? I wonder if they're gonna add a nice iBus, like a fully functional one, because then we'll have a... There is a stop announcements, but it doesn't have like linear TXL zum Alexander Platz. But you can hear the... Sorry, it's a female voice, don't know why I did a male voice impersonation there. You're good, that's good, Jeff. Really glad to hear. And what do you think about the solo pick I sent you? Yeah, it looks quite good, looks quite good. Is that the one that was in development on Felsfilm? Because I know there was someone on Felsfilm who was making that, so I wonder if it's the same dev or different dev. But yeah, it looks quite nice. I think there's a lot of Photoshop in it though, so it'd be interesting to actually see footage of it in game, because they've obviously changed the sky. But yeah, it's... I don't think they've added in the windows yet, but you know, it's coming along nice. So I'm guessing the exterior is done, so then it's just the interior and the down to the scripting. Basically, the base model's done, so that's always good. Yeah, our mirrors look a bit dodgy. And it may well be good, yes. Okay. That somewhat sounds good. Yes, indeed. Okie dokie. This truck's new. I don't think I've recognized this yellow truck from before. PC, I am going to use 16GB of RAM, NVIDIA graphics card, Intel i5-460 on my CPU upgrade. The part is my sleeper PC. It's in my sleeper PC. What's a sleeper PC? I've never heard of a sleeper PC before. What on NVIDIA graphics card? What NVIDIA graphics card are you going to use? Because you know, from NVIDIA graphics card, there's low performance one and there's high performance one, so it's quite ambiguous. But yeah, i5-460 should do, because it's basically the minimum requirement for most modern games, so you should be able to get some good gameplay out of it. Should I turn on the fog and precipitation? The fog, I don't know how it looks, but yeah. Do you think the colour looks better now in the rain? Because I find with the lighting, it's just with the sun, it kind of makes everything all over the place. The bus is bendy today. Yes, it is indeed. It's also the wheels on the right hand side. Oh, was I meant to stop there? I have a feeling I missed a stop. Oops. It's also on the wheels on the left hand side of the bus compared to the right hand side. So yes, it's where we do LHD on stream, but here we are. There's no RHD maps at the moment. I know a lot of people said they'd get the game when UK content is released. Oh, careful, careful. That was very close, almost clipped the curb. Some risky driving, eh? Pretty sure I was meant to stop. Oh, the bridge, that's where I was meant to stop, wasn't it? Oops. But yes, actually, the other thing to mention is the sounds. So the sounds at the moment are actually not from a Scania Citywide, they're actually from a Scania Touring. So they're from the Scania that's in Fernbus, but they've said that they have partnered up with EEV or some other company that basically has access to buses, so they will add in the later phases of the early access proper sounds. Oh, never mind, there's the stop. That's the visual thing, but they will add proper sounds, so eventually it will have the Scania LF sounds. So it'll be interesting to see if they add in more kind of pitches, because I find they use too little of the sounds, so kind of a bit repetitive, so hopefully it'll improve. Please tell them, see, you don't know your dad's gonna buy the cheap one, or the expensive one. Fair. I mean, there's in between, but yeah, that's the thing. If you're buying them separately, you're probably gonna have a bit of a issue trying to find a graphics card, because at the moment there's a massive shortage, unfortunately. The great GPU shortage of the 2020. Not good indeed. Okay, I think I'm gonna change the weather. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Wrong side, yes. The wheels on the bus don't stop, go round. Mr. Stop. Oh yes. No, this is an express route, so we're all going to plan. Also, if we can censor any curse words just for the YouTube's sake. Now, let's put in fog and precipitation. And back we go. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like fog, but anyway. VS, why is this looking so glitchy? Are specs that high? My specs are an i5-3570, GTX 1050 and a 16GB of RAM. But yes, if you mean the minimum requirements, the minimum requirements are rather high. It's the Unreal Engine 4, so... But I think it runs okay. Like for me, I know people were saying it looks a bit glitchy. Some of it is probably on the recording end, because it is kind of pushing my CPU to the limit. But it does run fairly well, because actually Eamon's 85 is an even older gen PC CPU than me, but he has a better graphics card. Well, it does run on lower spec PCs, but as you can see, you can expect a bit of studying. The main issue if you're on a low spec PC is you're going to see the AI vehicles trailing, and when it's sunny, you're going to see a bit of odd colors. By the way, how do I get a discount on Steam? What do you mean by a discount on Steam? There's no such thing as discount codes as far as I know. You can only get a discount when there's a Steam sale. Skibbity! Not gonna lie, it doesn't look right to me. Aha. Which is, when you say that, that's a bit generic. Which part doesn't look right? Is it the graphics, the gameplay? This is very early access, so... But I don't know. I think when I get a new GPU, whenever the GPU shortages subside a bit, it should run a lot better, because this is very GPU bound. I should have got the GPU while I could, but yeah. I'm probably not doing the game a lot of justice when I get on this 1050, but I will. Transport, look, hello, how are you? Good to see you here. The graphics feel weird. You can edit the graphics. The thing with the Unreal Engine 4 is I find even if you change the graphics, it doesn't really make a vast difference. The only real thing you can change is the contrast and the gamma, so yeah. It's kind of hard to find the right lighting. The other thing is anti-aliasing. If you have it on low, it looks terrible, but yeah. People do say to the Unreal Engine 4 it does look a bit cartoony, but sure. Don't know what to say. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can show you like... Do you mean like what exactly? Yeah, I don't know. But the Unreal Engine 4 is... the most problems I have is with the anti-aliasing, because I feel like if I have it off it doesn't look right, but I have it on or like on high, it also kind of makes the trees look a bit not right either. But sure, look at it is what it is. PC, the physics are, I mean, yeah, definitely I'd say the physics are probably the weakest point, the physics and the sounds. Everything else is pretty much on, you know, pretty much ironed out, I think. But yeah, physics and sounds are definitely the two areas where Omsi 2 kind of has the edge, but at the same time I think this has enough to kind of overtake Omsi 2. It'll be interesting to see because they will add in proper sounds to this bus, as I said. Interesting to see how well it's implemented, and VGD is also working on his own bus. As for physics, again, we'll see how it goes, I guess, at the final release. I mean, YouTube don't mind if that's the don't mind if that's the reason. Ah, yes. No, I think because I'm watching the thing on my phone here, and well, when I say watching the thing, watching the chat, but it also has the thing on the middle. Obviously, it's on a very small screen, so it's probably not the same as what you're seeing. But the graphics are pretty much what you see is what you get. I'm guessing you all have it set to 720 or 1080p. Daniel Lewis Aberdeen, hello, how are you? I'm good, how are you? Good to see you here. Do you plan on getting the bus when it comes out? I wonder if you're gonna play it, because they're gonna have multiplayer at some point, so out of curiosity. Jeff Rudy, would you recommend the game once out? I personally think I personally quite like the game. I think the physics and, like as I said, I think the physics and the sounds are the two areas where the most improvement needs to be done. But I think everywhere else is kind of works pretty well. The only thing I would say is make sure one can actually run the game, because you do kind of need a fairly high and fairly, like, you know, good spec PC to run it. But I think $25.95 is very good value for money. So yeah, I would recommend it. The only thing to say perhaps is, you know, if driving in Berlin isn't your thing, then perhaps you might want to wait until phase 2 or phase 3 when people start making their own mods. But, you know, I think if you do plan to get the game at any point in the future, certainly now is probably the best time to buy, because you can get it for the cheapest. But yeah, I would recommend it myself. So Gaming Hydraulics, hello, sorry, I almost skipped your comment there. How dare I? Sohol, sorry if I've completely butchered your name there, so let me read that again. Suhail. Really, this game will be the best game ever. The physics is not good. Maybe we will fix in the future. Yes, I agree. Yeah, because I think the graphics, the optimization, I think is fairly good. I know some people may disagree, but for me, I find it runs fairly well, especially for an early access game compared to Omsi 2 as well. But yeah, the physics unfortunately aren't. To be honest, they're not bad. Like, you know, they're doable. They're pretty much like, I'd say, on the same standard as ETS2 bar. I don't think there's any banking. But, you know, again, VGD is also working on his own bus, so it'll be interesting to see what the modders are able to do, because perhaps some of the modders out there and who are going to make their own mods will be able to implement the physics in a more accurate or better way. We shall see. And on 4K, I don't know what you're watching 4K on, because I'm definitely not streaming on 4K. Yeah, well, actually, how many people do have 4K? Because I know some, like, now some YouTubers do 4K, but, like, the thing is, like, most people obviously can't see 4K and the file size is massive, but I know it's slowly becoming more and more prominent. This is probably like not the most challenging, but it's like the biggest turn in the whole on the whole route, because it's 2 and 1. Skip a day. Oh. Yeah, good thing we have an attorney here. Yeah, sorry about that. Skibidi, is the bus game that you talk about can talk to passengers, or is there another one? What do you mean talk to passengers? You can talk to you talk to passengers? Is there any bus game where you can talk to passengers? I'm guessing perhaps GTA 5 if one has the roleplay mod or the bus simulator mod, but there will be passenger voices added in phase 3. Oh, I skipped a stop there, whoops. Well, at the moment you can't talk to passengers, but I don't think that's there is any bus game where you can talk to passengers. There's a bus like conductor simulator or bus controller simulator that's coming out soon. It's basically an inspector, but it's very games like you just basically throw people off the bus, and not sure it should really be classified as a simulator, but sure, that's a topic for another day. Do you have transport missing? Some comments in the chats, do that. Yeah, you can't do that, yeah. I think I've seen everything. I just almost missed gaming hydraulics. Me TV. Yes, your TV is 4K, but yeah, the maximum this will be on is 1080p. Apologies for that for those of you who are on 4K devices. Reckless damage, pal, yeah. Indeed, will you be in trouble? The other interesting thing is when you crash into cars in this game, they just drive off, like they just continue driving. They stop and then they drive. Let me know if you want me to turn off the rain, I don't mind. Some people have said Train Sim World 2 have managed to implement the UE4 better. I don't know. Pretty much kind of reminds me of how they've done it in Tram Sim. Because I think the UE4 genuinely looks fairly similar in each game, but there is a bit of scope. Apple Crumble. This looks nice so far. Yes, it does. I quite like it. I think it's off to a very nice start. It does look quite promising, and you know, I do hope it does manage to overtake Omsi 2 in the end, because as nice as Omsi 2 is, at this point it's just, I think it's outlived its best before date. Let's say that. Gaming Hydraulics currently working on the LX400 partially open top. Ah yes, the V7TL. Yeah, very nice, very nice. It's nice to see the V7TL being turned into an open topper, because they do have a few. I think the V7TL does tend to be open top from a few places. Jeff Rooney, me watching in 44p to save my Wi-Fi. Oh my god, that must look terrible, because actually I should actually do that. Why do I have my phone set to 1080p, and I just realized, do I need to be watching this, or is that 360p? Actually 360p looks quite good on my phone, just realized, but yeah, put it to 144p. But I'm guessing you're using a hotspot then, or mobile data. Siblings, will there be British maps getting added in? Well, I can't confirm that, because that really depends on the modding community, but basically in phase 2, I don't know why it's telling us to turn there, that's very strange. Yeah, there's an invisible wall, so don't mind that. But yeah, in phase 2 they're going to add the map tools, so people will be able to make their own maps. So if someone makes a UK map, which probably in the long run and the grand scheme of things will happen, but it's not confirmed, so you know, I don't want to say it's going to happen when there's absolutely no one's actually stated they're making a map, but you know, on the balance of probability, it should, like, you know, it is likely it will happen eventually, but I'd say it'd be a few years, because with Omsi 2 it took like 3 years before UK content started to come out, but I'd say, especially if this simulator kind of becomes fairly big, then it's likely, but again, not official. They will be working on DLCs, but I think they'll be like the dev team, so that's TML Studios. When they make DLCs, I think the DLCs will be European, probably like France and Netherlands, kind of like the DLCs they made for Fernbus. So if you could get maps get made, it'll probably be by completely independent developers from TML, that is. And oh, that's why you crashed badly into me. No, it's just drove off by. Ah, you did a legger. Not good, not good. Yeah. So Hale, when the bus will out, how much gigabyte size down it will have? That's a good question. I think it was 11. I think it says you need 25 gigabytes of disk space, but see, all these games always say it's 25 gigabytes of disk space, but it always tends to be less. But I think it's about 11. I need to check for you. I need to double check. If someone is able to go onto the Steam page for the bus, it says there how much it is. I think it said 25 on the Steam page. I might check. Not transport. Ah, yeah, sorry to hear, sorry to hear. What can you do? What can you do? What do your upload speeds like? Because sometimes people have like... Sometimes if the download speeds are bad, the upload speeds are even worse. First, Wessex might have 3 open top B70Ls. That's a very small fleet, just three open toppers. Quite a small fleet, but yeah. I guess it does the job, especially now. Even 3 is too much. Siblings will be discounted on release. Yes, it will. So on release, there's a special early access price of €25.95. So I think that price will remain until phase 2, where on phase 2 it will increase gradually in price. So basically, yes, there is a special discount price for those of you who get an early access. So that's why if any of you plan to eventually get this, or if you eventually plan to move from Omsi 2 to this, and this will certainly have a lot of modding stuff for it probably, then I would suggest getting it now for the cheaper price. Because the other thing is actually a lot of like the YouTubers, I'm not sure if they're saying this because they got keys and it's kind of, lip service, but I try to say that, but a lot of the YouTubers I doubt it's lip service, but a lot of the YouTubers are saying it has potential. And I think the fact that v3D, who's one of the main bus devs, has moved over to this game is a good sign. So that kind of thing. I don't crash into the car. okay. Because you requested. I do want to show the crash physics, so I'll show you now how it works. Oh yeah, I need to remember to take a screenshot for my thumbnail later. So this is what happens when you crash into the car. This was just to show you the crash physics, so don't give out to me. So as you can... Oh, okay. A bit too fast, but let's see what happened there. We should see them drive off. Yeah, sorry about that. That was... Oh. I think they vanished from the face of the earth. Interesting. Okay, so usually they drive off, but if you hit them at that speed, they just fly off, which I guess is realistic. Yeah. But they're the crash physics for you. I know some people are probably interested in that, even though technically it should be one of the least important things of the simulator. Also, there's also a nice special screenshotting tool for this. The bus fleet first in while mode is small. I'm guessing they have other buses as well. How many do they have altogether? Okay, I'm gonna turn off the rain now because there's no need to have the rain on the whole time. Oh yeah, but actually let me get my screenshot first. So the way we get a screenshot is go here and click home. There we go. We can get a screenshot like so. And you can even change the color management, but look at. Also, car drives off. Car lands upside down. Call. It will take 1 year to download. My Wi-Fi has so bad. I have 1 megabyte. Oh yikes! Yikes! Yeah. That's not good. Yeah. It will take a while to download, unfortunately. Actually, I remember the web disk when the Newman overhaul came out. It was capped to like 400 kilobytes per second, and that was 1 gigabyte, and it would have taken 7 hours. So yeah, it will take quite a few days. Okay, let me just get a screenshot for a thumbnail. Not sure if the screenshot has saved. It should say here screenshot has saved, so I'm just waiting for it to save. Okay, there we go. Not gonna waste more of your time. Screenshotting, that is. Hope I'm not wasting your time anyway. Jeff, now transfer. Yep. Exactly. That's why we've moved over to the bus, because we got sacked from Omsi 2, and now we're gonna be getting our notice of termination in the bus as well. Yeah, we're just joking, of course. Now, let's put this to Sunny. Also, do let me know if you think that you don't like the way I've set up the cab, because I've edited the cab view. It's quite different to what most people have. So yeah. It reminds me of Fernbus Simulator. I mean, it is the same developers on Fernbus Simulator, and it pretty much uses the same layout as Fernbus and Tourist Bus Simulator. Because I haven't played either of those myself, but I've seen like quick videos of them, and the settings where it's laid out is the same, and it is going to be compatible with. When I say compatible with Fernbus, basically mods in Fernbus will also work in. Well, I say mods, I mean buses that are in Fernbus. You can also drive in the bus. Not too sure why someone would want to drive a coach in Berlin, but yes. So they do have. It kind of explains why it's similar to Fernbus. Basically, they've made it kind of work together. Yeah, as you can see, the game looked a lot better when it was raining. I don't even know what's with the trees. It looked very pixelated. In a bit, pal, just gonna... Ah, yes, nice. Gonna devour a cake, so... BC, Omsi 2 is expensive. I think a Steam sale is okay. Yeah, for some unknown reason, Omsi 2, despite being so old, has only ever gone on Steam on sale for maximum 33%, which is a bit ridiculous considering how old the game is. Let me just change my settings, because with the day, they just don't look right now at the moment. I think that should be better. Yeah, slightly better, I hope. The bus company is brave. Ah, yes, indeed.
Invalidenpark.
Ah, there we go. I think that's the first time I've actually heard the announcements today. There used to be tram tracks here in the alpha stage. So before the alpha stage, we basically got the keys on the 13th, was it? It was like a Thursday, so that would have been... No, it wouldn't have been the 13th, it would have been the 11th. But they removed the tram tracks for some reason. So was it inaccurate? I'm not too sure. Because why were they there in the first place? But I don't know. Yeah. Having transport as a driver. Yeah, I mean, soon there's going to be autonomous buses. I'll probably make a good case for why they should use autonomous buses. Oh, this is a new passenger. I don't think I've seen them before. I wonder how many humans altogether there are. I wonder if people will be able to make their own humans. It's another thing I like when you steer, it kind of steer, like you can have it in the settings where it steers, like the head moves a bit, so it's pretty handy because it shows you where the mirrors are. You can also do the thing like with the ETS2 and Formula, so you can have your mirrors there, but I think it takes away from the experience. Wait, can you drift in this game? No, you can't. You can't drift in Omsi 2, which has the better physics, and you can't drift in this. Should I turn the storm back on, or should I leave it to sunny weather? Let me know. Can you do ticket inspections on this? No, as far as I know you can't. I know there's going to be an economy mode added in phase 2 or 3, but I don't think that Yep, I'm in the wrong lane. I don't think that ticket inspections are within the scope of what they plan to be added, so I'm gonna say no. But there is going to be a ticket inspector simulator coming out this year, but again, it's a bit quite gamey because it basically has violence in it, which is definitely not reflective of real life, generally, one would hope. Oh wait, this passenger's still here. Why are you still here? Oh, I didn't give him a ticket, whoops. There you go. Now get out of my sight. Hello. Alright, I see. None of us have bothered to get tickets there. I gave them too much change. Well, doing give them too much change, it's just like, unlike Omsi 2, it just stays in the cash tray there, it just disappears. But anyway. Is that a hospital to the left? Looks like a hospital. Yeah, it probably is, because they always have that kind of design with the driveway. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't mind me. I think we clipped the car there. I wonder if they're going to add in bicycles and motorbikes, because there's a lot of them lying around. Static. Okay, that's not true. I don't know. Well, if you get it on Steam, it won't have a virus. But yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, there's Little. It's gonna change this. Actually, no, there's another Little. Oh. Yep. Whoops. Yeah, as you can see, there it shows what happens. It just drives off. They've changed the brakes a bit because the brakes on this used to be quite responsive. Now they're a bit less. I thought it was just on the solo, but now I realise, because this is the first time I'm driving the bendy bus after the update, and yet the brakes are less sensitive. So learning curve, steep one. QI, oh hello there. How are you? Good to see you here. How are things? Also, do you want more streams of this, or should I go back to Omsi 2 tomorrow? Let me know. Because I think we've kind of done everything there is to it now. So obviously we'll do it more of it, you know, once more stuff gets added in. But I don't want to overdo it because we do have a few videos scheduled for it as well. Oh yes, they don't have the licensing for the man. So as you can see there, they're man trucks. But oh no, they do have the licensing. I think I said man on it. Yeah, the camera, I don't know why it doesn't have windows. I'm guessing it's for performance. But yeah, looks a bit strange. Kind of looks like you're in a sci-fi. Is it a sci-fi feel? The tint of the windows. Yes. Steam. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know, because the thing is, PC on MC doesn't have the game either, so yeah, I don't even know why I bothered responding to that comment. Gaming hydraulics. First, Wessex have 67 with 6 white street lights. DF micro hybrids being on loan from Portsmouth. Ah, so I wonder what buses they're replacing then. So they must actually need more buses then if they have 6 on loan. But yeah, okay. Fairly big fleet, I guess, for a small place. Okay, why can't you do Omsi 2 today? And the reason we're not doing Omsi 2 today is because we're doing this game, The Bus, which we're luckily getting early access to, so that is why. But I'll probably do Omsi 2 tomorrow because I was thinking of streaming this on Tuesday and Thursday, but I think that might be a bit overkill because we've kind of done everything. So now the main thing of interest actually will be when you do the depot run, which is once we finish Alexander Platz. So yeah, I think tomorrow we'll do Omsi 2. I'm gonna go back to the Omsi 2 streams. And we'll continue to do streams of this as it evolves, but I think phase 2 won't be for about 6 months. I got a lot of detail there, those like the grass there on the lamppost. One of us like in real life. Each grain of grass is placed exactly like it is in Berlin. Oh, there's a Citron. What Citron is that meant to be? C2? No, I don't think it's a C2. I think in the Unreal Engine 4 it's been said that trees kind of induce a lot of lag. So perhaps when you're in areas with loads of trees, actually I think that is true, because in the areas with loads of trees, especially towards the depot, performance dips a fair bit. The TXL I actually think performs quite well. Someone asked me if I make maps on Discord. I do not. There's also actually an editor tool. You can make your own tours on this and your own timetables. But you know, I'm not too bothered about this. Jerry, you're getting some of your bus system into hybrids, yikes. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm saying, yikes. That's actually meant to be a good thing because obviously they're more environmentally friendly. But yeah, I know it kind of takes away a bit from the character of the bus, but has to be done eventually. Climate action needs to be taken. There's actually an article today in The Guardian that was talking about how public transport could actually be in the decline if like working from home and all this becomes more of the mainstream. Okay, so yeah, I think we have like 3 or 4 more stops and then it's away to the depot. It's like 4 o'clock. Oh, it's summertime, so it won't get dark until 8 o'clock. Oops. My kind of aim was we'd get nice kind of evening vibes, but I miscalculated that. Oh, did we hit that truck? That did not sound good. Dynamic hydraulics. First, Wessex Fleet Part 1. They have 3 open-top ALX 400 B70Ls, 3 open-top Volvo B9 B70L Geminis, 8 E400s, 7 B9TL Geminis, 4 B9TL Gemini 2s, 1 E2, wow, 1 E200. But you generally don't find like companies having only... Why is the game stuttering so much? Just realized there that it's stuttering a fair bit. Yeah, I think I might be pushing the CPU a bit to the limit streaming this. Yeah, so it is actually running better for me than it's appearing on stream. Let me see what I have my processing priority to. Should be the high. Interesting. Where is Ernie? I haven't seen Ernie in a while. Not too sure, not too sure. But yeah, that's a very varied fleet. Yeah, it's definitely like maintenance wise probably have a bit of trouble because like obviously the more buses that are the same, although I know a lot of people who are into buses don't like that, the cheaper it is to maintain. But yeah, having one E200 sounds expensive because it breaks down, probably expensive finding parts. PC Lone MC, how was your St. Patrick's Day? Yeah, I mean, grand. Obviously there's no parade here this year or like last year. But yeah, can't complain. What about you? I'm guessing, I don't know if you celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but I don't know. If you do, how was it?
Staatsoper.
Focus 16, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, this is quite stuttery. Let me see what's going on. I think I need to turn down my AI traffic. That's probably the issue. Because it's actually... I think that's probably what's caused the issue. So if you go down to game, and I'm going to turn down the AI traffic back down to 60. Hopefully that's better. I don't know how to fix it. Overclock your PC, it will run better. Yeah, I mean, I don't really do overclocking. I need to look into it. I think I just need to get a new graphics card, but my CPU's kind of running old. Like, it can record it fine, but I think streaming is... Probably because I'm trying to stream at 1080p. If I put it to 720p, it won't have any issues. But yeah, I think it's better now. I turned down the AI traffic, so that should take away some of the load on the CPU. Transport, love the frames, yeah. My St. Patrick's Day is nothing except for Jamaican food. Oh, the game's frozen. Huh. Never mind. That's the first time I've had like the game freeze. Omsi 2 vibes. Ah, nice, nice. Yeah. I had Jamaican food myself, but I remember, I think I watched Come Down once. And there was someone making Jamaican food. There was like chicken with rice, but I can't remember what exactly it was. There's some nice dessert they made. I can't remember what it was. It looked nice anyway. Okay. First Wessex Part 2. Ah yes. It continues. 6 unknown white streetlight DF micro hybrids, 5 Opter solos white streetlights, Scania Omni cities, B7 RLEs, white Eclipse 2. They pretty much have everything. It sounds a bit like a dumping ground for all the old buses. Pretty much wherever they can get their hands on, but yeah. Sounds like a very varied fleet indeed. No, the game didn't crash, luckily it just froze. Yeah, I need to stop streaming this on... I'm gonna have to stream this on 720p, I'm guessing, because 1080p is definitely... getting this. Also, I think the FPS... I don't even know what FPS I'm getting with. I have put it to 30 FPS, probably needs to be at 50, because it's not capturing all the frames. So the modding tools will be out in phase 2. So phase 2 I think is going to come out in... It's going to come out... I think in 6 months' time, something like that. There's no specific release date for phase 2.
Strasse,
But whenever phase 2 is out, that's when the modding tools will be out, pretty much. But yeah, it's phase 2, so, you know, and if we run payware maps, well, it depends on the developers now. They themselves will be making some payware maps for it, but I think other people in the community, like with Omsi 2, they'll make free maps. Obviously some people will go the payware route, but there definitely should be some freeware maps out there. A lot of them at the start will probably be fictional, because they're just going to reuse some of the objects in the map. FPS job, same. Did I say up there? Not up there. Yeah. Hopefully it's a tad bit better now. I've turned down the AI traffic, so... should improve things. How much of my CPU is being used here? Yeah, 40% of my CPU is just being used by Streamlabs. Yikes. OMG. The 8 E400s transferred from Manchester to help grow the first Wessex first fleet back in August 2020, and the first time E400s have been in West. Ah, nicer there. They're the new bus on the block. The van sound is nostalgia. What van sound? Alright. When you do Omsi 2 again, use Sweet Fix mod. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to use that mod because Omsi 2 is already unstable enough, so I think adding a mod will just worsen the instability. Aniax, hello, how are you? I think QI was asking where you're at, so yeah, good to see you here. How are you? Okay, yeah, unfortunately, there's not really much more I can do to kind of reduce the stuttering. I probably should have put it down to 720p. But sure, unfortunately, I did not. Ah, no worries, I know life is busy. Good to see you back. But I'll probably do Omsi 2 tomorrow. Siblings gaming. And obviously, how do you drive the AI route? So I actually have a tutorial video on how to do it. I haven't released it yet. I need to release it at some point. But there's basically 2 ways you can do it. The first way is you just take over the AI bus. Oh, this is the last stop. So next stop is the depot. The first way is to drive the AI bus. Is to take over the AI bus. The second way is to basically load the bus in using the F4 menu and placing it on the road. And then you'd have to know the AI route for that case. In Berlin-Spandau, there's an orange arrow, basically that the waypoints are only active whenever there's a tour active, and that will tell you which way to go, but that's only in Berlin-Spandau. And then the other way to do it is... No, that was it. Oh, you can enable the timetable in the editor and do it that way. Apple Crumble lol. No, they are too weak. Only the new Rootmaster fan. Ah, new Rootmaster fan, okay. Let's see where this is going. Pretended like a WD wrestling game and I dropped him into the floor. Ah, your YouTube got updated. Romer, hello. Didn't miss it. Yay, yes. Happy days, happy days. Good to see you here. Here we are in the heart of East Berlin, Alexander Platz, or the former East Berlin. Not sure this is, I think this is part of Berlin city center, but yeah. Let's go exploring. Let's just see. Let's explore a bit. We're gonna go to the depot next. That Jaws boy, hello, can I get my mod back please? This is, by the way, this is your last warning because I'm pretty sure you've had 2 warnings, so if you time out another user and it's unwarranted, you will be permanently removed as mod, so you have been warned. Hello, hello. Good to see you back, Roma. How are you? Yes, the new mod. You can also actually see the driver, but I don't remember what button I clicked to make you see the driver. It's full, sorry, yeah, and I've added him back because I said I'd add him back in a week, but... Oh, the engine turns off once we go into... I see. So the engine has switched off once we left the bus. But yeah, I am not adding any more mods after this because we're full of mods basically. Now, towards the depot. So now, this is the part of the map that's probably not showcased in many videos. And this is going to be featured in phase 2. So the depot's empty at the moment. There's only one bus that lays around there. I don't know why. But still, yeah. I think I've actually managed to get the lighting right. The lighting now looks pretty good if you ask me. I think it's a bit subjective, but still. Will the game be on PS4? As far as I know, no. It's only for PC. I know Bus Simulator 2021 will be on PS4 and PS5. But that's about it. Yeah, you got the mod. Yes, imagine. But perhaps in the future it will get added on console, because I know a few people have been requesting it on console. I'm only going to request a streetlight for next Omsi 2 stream from Williams. Ah, yes. Well, the next Omsi 2 stream will be Addon London, so probably won't use the streetlight there, but we'll see. We've kind of like run out of UK maps to do. Oh, it seems to be running now without glitching. Yeah. I look forward to phase 2 when they add in the AI trams, because it'd be quite nice to see AI trams driving about. Yes, exploring beyond. So as you can see here, now what we're going to be doing is we're going in the Friedrichshain Kreuzberg and finally into this area that's Pankow. There we go. There's another area that's kind of, the text just slightly appears on the map. They get shorter this week. What gets shorter? Ah, your shifts are getting shorter. Happy days, you get a nice break. That's good, that's good. Yeah, it's because another shifts that tend to be quite long, so yeah. Glad to hear you got short shifts. I'm guessing that's kind of only this week, because I know it's rotating shifts, isn't it? So it depends on the week. But generally, I don't know if it's the case in the UK, where you can basically know your rota a year in advance. Focus, I don't think that will be a good for a bus game to be on PS4 lol. Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't really think simulators in general are really suited for consoles, because with consoles it's actually quite hard to maneuver the vehicles properly. You kind of really need a PC to gain the full simulation experience. But that kind of explains why games like TSW2 are quite gamesy, because they're also intended for console. Depends on the dev. Sorry, I've missed a few of the chats. So here, when the modding tool will out, all the maps will be freeware or payware? No, so it's basically going to be a mixture. Some will be freeware, some will be payware. I'd say the majority will be freeware, but they'll get the maps by TML will be payware, and then there probably will be some devs that will do payware, but there definitely should be some freeware maps as well, especially if they're fictional. Exactly, depends on the developer pretty much. Siblings Gaming, when will Bus Simulator 2021 release? I have no idea. There's no release date announced for it. I know they've come kind of doing some communication on the Twitter, and basically they've said that they don't really have a release date as of yet, but they know people are eager. But once there's a release date announced, you can expect a simulation news video and an update in the Discord server. I'm not sure if you're on the Discord server, but we have an announcements channel there. Actually, I wonder if Bus Sim 2021 is on Discord, because then I can integrate their announcements channel into our server. Need to take a look. QI, I will be scrapping every enemy and replacing them with E400 Tridents. Ah yes, pretty much the opposite of what new Master Fan wants to do, eh? Sounds like a good plan, if you ask me. As long as they're converted to hybrids. Wait, we're going the right way. Oh, wait. I just need to make sure I'm going the right way, yes. Focus. Not gonna lie, I like this game more than Omsi 2, but I still like Omsi 2. Yeah, I mean, I quite like this game as well. I think like this game has a lot of things that, like, see, this is the thing, like I think they kind of complement each other, because this game has a lot of things that Omsi 2 kind of lacks in, especially performance optimization. I know in the video there was a bit of lag, but that was mainly because I had my AI traffic set to too high, and it was basically eating up all my CPU power. But as you can see now, there's no stuttering, and that's pretty much how it was performing for me the whole time. So yeah, apologies about that. Usually I expect people will complain if there's lag, but you all seem to be fairly used to it at this point, I guess. But yeah, then Omsi 2 has the nicer sounds and physics, but I don't know, I think this game is just, it's kind of nice to be in a simulator, which pretty much like most games now, which actually loads up fairly quickly, because it's only really GTA 5 and Omsi 2 have the ridiculous loading times. But yeah, I agree, I quite like this. I don't know, I'd say perhaps, you know, when phase 2 and 3 comes out and there's more maps, this might become the new favorite. We'll see. True, Addons. PC, what i5 do you have? I have an i5 3570. So it's quite an old one at this point. It's a 2012 model, so nearly 10 years plus 9 years old. Nightbot, sorry, thanks for watching. Are you kicking Nightbot? Don't you dare kick Nightbot. Well, JK, I'll kick. Join the Discord, yes, exactly. We need to update some of the Discord timers. Yes, I see we don't like Nightbot, so I found Bus Simulator 21 Discord server. I can DM you. Please do, yes. Yes, I forgot to join the Discord server. To be honest, I like this game and Bus World War, the bus simulators. Was quite looking forward to, and I'm quite looking forward to. Bus Sim 21, I don't really think has really the chance of overtaking Omsi 2, so I'd say definitely this one is probably better than Bus Sim 21. Don't want to be speaking preemptively, but just based off what Bus Sim 21 includes, it's too much of a game, I feel. And some people said that this is too much of a game, so if people say this about this game, imagine what they say about Bus Sim 21. But yeah, overall, quite like this. Especially, I'm looking forward to when they update the sounds, because when they add in new sounds, the proper sounds for the Scania, add to the experience. Oh well, can you DM the link? Yeah. Yeah. Reduce Shadow. The bus looks so good and sounds are nice. Yes, it looks very nice. I think the sounds are a tad bit generic in my opinion, but the sounds at the moment are actually from the Scania Touring, which is from Fernbus. It's a bus from Fernbus Simulator, because they haven't actually yet managed to source sounds for the Citywide. But they've said they've partnered up with, I think it was a bus garage or something, but basically it's some sort of company that has access to buses, so they will be recording real life sounds of the Citywide LF, and that will be implemented and updated. So I look forward to when that happens, because then the sounds should be better, and hopefully, because they've basically the sounds when it comes to like the slowing down and the retard, I think it's perfect. Some people were saying the retard is a bit too loud, but I think it's an alright sound because it adds character. It just varies the sounds a bit, but if they add in tweak the sounds a bit more with acceleration and just add in a few more loops, I think you're good to go. Do they have that bus in Omsi 2? Yes, they do. That's the interesting thing. They have this exact bus, the Scania Citywide. I think it's called the GN there, 12, so it might be a different variant, but yes, these two buses are in Omsi 2. So I might have to do a comparison video at some point. But yes, to answer your question, they do. Cheers, Jeff. Thanks for that. Nightbot, you said no links. I know links to the Discord. And yeah, links to subscribe to the channel. No worries, thanks for stopping by. Please heal on MC. Bye for now. Bye. Zuhal, you have to change another PC if his show lag. Yeah, sorry, actually, the reason it was lag beforehand was because I said basically it was my CPU was being pushed to the limits. We're gonna end up firing the CPU soon. So yeah, that's another thing that needs to be changed eventually. But yeah, that's basically why. Basically, with the Unreal Engine, for most stuff is GPU bound, but does use a lot from the CPU. But really, the only way to offload the CPU, like offload the amount of stress on the CPU, is to turn down the AI traffic. I think we turn right, don't we? Yes, there we go. See, all this area in the map's also locked off, the one that's at Charlensburg, Wilmersdorf. It's locked off in version phase 1. So yeah, do let me know for tomorrow. Do you want to see Omsi 2 or do you want to see more of the bus? Romer, okay, who was here last stream? Put hand up. Yes, indeed. Now only if you're here while it was live. If you were here if you're watching on replay, does that count? I don't know. We'll see. I got an i5 4460 more better. Ah, nice. Yeah, the i5 4460. I think it's. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh no, this ain't good. Oops. Well, luckily we have this thing, which I hope was just gonna reset us to. Oh, lovely. Okay. This ain't good, so we're gonna have to now do a turnaround. Let's reverse. Recipe for disaster. Next stream chance with PC explodes. Imagine. Oh no. Get out of the way, I need to... Yeah, we're gonna be trapped. And I took a wrong turn. Let's see if it's gonna reload us. Yeah, perfect. Well, let's clear the cars. So yeah, do bear with me while I try to reverse here. And then we'll be back on track. Yep, this is going nicely. Not. I'm just gonna keep cheating with this thing. Oh, GG. But yeah, my CPU is pretty much very similar to the 4460, except that it's just the older gen. I think spec-wise it's pretty much the same. That's why I'm managing to run these games. One generation below. Okay. Yeah, now the driving is not gonna be great. I just need to get back on the road. Because, yeah. Let's see. Okay. LMAO, yes. The bus is stuck. They also have electric charging stations at the depot, but we'll see when you get there what I mean. Reversing a bendy bus. Yeah, imagine being a shunter and having just bendy buses in the depot. Nightmare. Yeah, just... Yeah, that's another thing. I think the articulated section extends out just a tad bit too much. Omsi 2. Okay, yeah, probably do Omsi 2. I think we have done enough of the bus, so... Well, these cars... I love the way, like, there's no cars on the road whatsoever, and they all appear when I'm trying here to reverse. Why is the bus not moving now? Lovely. We are completely stuck. No worries, thanks for stopping by. Bye for now, focus. Yes. The stream will probably end in about 20 minutes. We just have, I think it's another 10 minutes we'll get to the depot, but let's see how long it takes us to... Let's see how long it takes us to get back on track. CSOs, caps, no worries. As long as it's not too excessive, it's fine. Shame you can't put you can't put not in service, which is Betriebsfahrt on the thing. Okay, let's see. What's PC specs? So Mad Max, my PC specs on i5 3570, GTX 1050, and 16 GB of RAM. Out of the way. Yep. Okay. Now, again, I'm probably going to put a timestamp just to tell people to skip this because this is a complete waste of time for anyone watching. I apologize, I know. We are back now on the route. Yeah, this is the one annoying thing. The invisible walls basically, if you go the wrong way, make it impossible to get back on track. But I will actually have a video tomorrow about... Okay, now what I need to do is I just need to reload and then all the AI traffic will disappear. But yeah, I will have a... What is this bus doing? Oi. Oh, it's stuck. Oh, lovely. Okay, gonna keep trying to get back on track. Is this the right way? No, it's... Lovely, it's put me back the wrong way. Okay. We're gonna turn here into the fuel station. Okay, I think we've got this. Yeah, I apologize. You can actually refuel your bus at the fuel station as well, which is pretty tacky. Let's take a look what happens. Don't even think you can refuel a bus in a fuel station like this. On Peppa Pig, guys. Course transport has to mess up once on stream. Yes, exactly. GMCCR, yo, the bus simulator looking nice. Yes, it is indeed. It's quite a nice bus simulator. Quite like it. So, you can refuel here. So, as you can see, This is from ETS2, I remember now. This kind of reminds me of ETS2. I have to switch off the engine, so let's see how the refueling works. Gonna refuel the bus? Let's see if you can walk into the fuel station. No, you can't. But yeah, we've refueled the bus. Let's get a cheeky screenshot. Wait for the screenshot to take a picture. Funny moment. It's funny you say that. I was actually thinking, yeah, do I need to make a funny moment series for the bus? Your son watches Peppa Pig. And on the police episode, the police said their work is never done, so does it mean never do it properly? You know, there's, yeah, that is a good, that is one way to look at it. I was actually thinking there is those cases that never get solved, isn't there? Unfortunately. There's like cases that just are unsolvable, or there's just little evidence, or due to, you know, special interests that kind of go under the radar. But yeah. Oh, the doors are open, that's why. The police said they work, yeah. Mad Max, can I run the game in the current state with an i5-8400 GTX 1060, 16 gigabytes of RAM and a... Yeah, you should be able to. That sounds like a quite high-end PC. Yeah, I would say you should be able to run, like, your GPU is definitely powerful enough. So I'm not sure why the bus is not moving. Let me just see what's going on here. Why are you not moving? Bear with me here. Everything's going wrong. Next funny moments in Mate, he said, yes. I mean, it could be earlier, but to be honest, I don't know. The funny moments isn't like over, like, you know, that popular, so it does take a while to make as well, and time's a bit limited these days, so hence no rush to make. Why is this bus not moving? Now this is doing my head in. Okay, let's restart. Okay, thanks. Yeah, good luck, good luck. Guessing you're gonna purchase it, so you probably won't. You won't regret it. Quite nice. Who needs Omsi to do funny moments when you got the bus? Funny moments, exactly. Why is the engine not moving? Oh, let me. You know, if we try reverse, then it might work. Wait. You probably have the doors open or something. Or not. Get your cake, lol. Apple Chroma, William, congrats. Okay, thanks. It's your birthday soon. Nice, Roman, nice. Happy birthday in advance. Not yet, lol. Not 58, bro. Still 57. Wait, I'm 66. Sorry, I'm 66. Check it 49. Sorry, 66. Okay, you've confused us. Okay, you're 66. Oh, really? So you'll be near retirement soon. Happy days. Okay, again, I don't know what's happened with the bus here. Do we have to reload at Alexander Platz and restart the stepper run? I really hope not. But it's not moving for some reason. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit. And then no, the handbrake's off. This train's going to go back in. And then I'm going to go in here. I'm going to hope it all works out. The handbrake's on. Wait, you probably have to... And then you have to be... we have to hold the brake down when we go into gear. Don't we? That's why. And then release the hand... Yep, there we go. I forgot this. Yeah, so there you go. There's the realism. It's like Omsi 2. You actually have to hold the brake down when going into gear. Silly me. Silly me. Yep. Because its tool doesn't activate there, so it usually tells me what button to press. I'm 66. Okay. So happy birthday in advance. Happy birthday in advance. Lol. Okay, I have no idea what that means. Spamming my computer. AA. Nice. I know I'm going the wrong side of the road, but basically because of the jump tracks, we can't go the other way. Now, back to the depot. Let me check the map. Which way we're meant to go? So we turn right. I love that I've done this depot run like twice before, and yes, I still managed to mess it up. That cost us 10 minutes. Oh wait, I'm getting confused. We're on this side of the road. Yep. Okay, now we're back on track to the depot run. There's an area with loads of trees where there's a bit of lag as well. There's lots of trams in this area as well, so I think I'll like to line 200 with all the AI trams. I will soon be a route master. How old are the route masters actually? They're from the 1950s, aren't they? Ah, yes. Ah, yes, indeed. Actually, now I just realized, I think that's going to be a tram depot just there also. No, the other way around. Yeah, I think that's a tram depot. But I just realized it's kind of strange at the fuel station there, because if you go into there, you can't actually get back out without breaking the rules of the road. Transport already broke the game. It hasn't crashed yet, so not yet. Should we stop into Lidl? Yes, now. This is what every driver should do. Just get off the bus, go to Lidl, do your shopping, and after we've gone to Lidl, we're back. Oh, now we're stuck in the grass. As you do. Can we do a route master for your birthday stream? If we're streaming on your birthday, yes. When is your birthday? Hopefully we'll be streaming that day. But yes, for your birthday, why not? Has to be done, has to be done. It'll have to be the new route master because the old route master's not out yet. If it came out on your birthday, that would be perfect timing, wouldn't it? Hasn't Nightbot shut up a bit? Yeah, how about that? We'll turn Nightbot off for your birthday. Actually, no, I don't want to. I don't want to promise anything because then I don't know how to turn it back on. Yes, I probably need to look at the timers. They're probably a bit too repetitive. I need to also change them. Hey, transport, where's my chocolate? Yes, the virtual chocolate. There's no chocolate in this bus, I'm afraid. Yep, not even a drink either. Okay. Where's the green light? That's all we need. Ah, no worries, no worries. No worries. Yeah, okay. Now the only reason I ask is just because I actually don't know if I'm streaming anybody, but all I'll say is that we're streaming on tomorrow, Thursday, and Saturday, so you know, hopefully, if it's one of those days, we'll be streaming on your birthday then. But then I'm not too sure what day to use the route master, but we'll have to do a bit of guesstimating. But yeah, that is smart. I myself will not share that information. The question kind of arose there though, because else not sure what they will use the route master. I'll tell you what, we'll use the route master tomorrow, because we're doing Addon London, so that's the perfect time to use the route master. Boom boom, I hate your chocolate. So that explains why the chocolate went missing. Oh man. Half of the boom. Yeah, this is the area with loads of trees, so this is the area where generally before I had a bit of performance drops, but actually it seems to be a bit better now. Yeah, okay, here the sky colors looks a bit strange. I'll send you... Okay, no thanks. Please don't. Hopefully you'll go straight into the spam folder if you do. I love the way the cars have registrations as well. Adds to the unique to the realism. The other thing is, what if they use someone's real life registration? I think this area also is like not finalized, because this is... At the moment, if you try to load into the depot, it says not available. So while you're allowed to drive there, I think it's just there for people who want to explore a bit more and just give them a bit more gameplay. I think this area will be finalized a bit, because I'd say the lighting's a bit off. I'm not sure what's causing the lighting to look quite different. No, I'll buy a Cadbury for 10p. Why could you buy a Cadbury for 10p? You must tell me where this bargain shop is located. Shame that this game has frame drops. It looks good. Does it have... See, the frame drops I think is... I myself am not really experiencing frame drops. It's just because my CPU is kind of being pushed to the limit recording this. There might be some frame drops on stream, but that's really on the recording end rather than on the game's end. But generally, like, the thing is, even like someone on i5 250 was getting like 50 FPS. I don't know what FPS I'm getting, because I don't even have a... I don't actually have an FPS like monitor yoke, something that monitors FPS. So I need to take a look. To be honest with you, I think it's fairly well optimized, because again, some of the stuttering is actually on the recording end and the rendering end rather than on the actual gameplay end. I think it's because it doesn't really crash. There's very few stutters. I only got one stutter, but that's again because I'm pushing my CPU to the limits. But it runs quite well. As long as you... I don't know what your specs are. I don't know, if you want to tell me what your specs are, it's up to you. I might be able to tell you if you'll be able to run it. Usually GameSpace's quite good at telling you if your PC can run a game. I'm not sure if the bus is on GameSpace. For TramSim, it was completely off. I think it generally has to be a bigger game and have more empirical data and data. Ding, ding, stop the bus. That's a typical passenger. Ah, yes, yeah. Oh no, the typical passenger presses the bus upstairs, waits for the bus to stop, and then slowly strolls down the stairs, keeping everyone waiting. The consideration is just unreal. Then I get a small chocolate bar for 20p from Tesco. You probably... Yeah, I wonder, can you? Oh no, Tesco branded chocolate's horrid. Chocolate's one of those things that, like, a lot of things when you get them off-brand and cheaper, they actually taste fine and they're actually nice. But chocolate, I find, is the one thing that's just... If you get the off-brand one, it tastes horrible. In my experience, anyway. I don't mind the steering here. Plus, Tesco, Sainsbury, P&G, a POG. Let's do a speed test. I mean, I can do a speed test, yes. The only thing is, this bus is limited to 80 kilometers an hour, so you can actually see it there if you zoom in. Limited speed, 80 kilometers an hour, so I won't go faster than 80 kilometers an hour. But now, let me just take a look on the map. We'll try to get to the top speed now along this road. Welcome back, Lone MC. How was your CPU? Mr. Polish Banana, hi, so this game better than Omsi. Well, I think it has the potential to be Omsi. At the moment it's very early access, so it's not complete, but you know, in terms of graphics, performance, loading times, model quality, texture quality, map quality, it's better than Omsi. The only two elements where Omsi 2 probably still has a bit of an edge is sound and physics, but apart from those two areas, it exceeds Omsi 2 and everywhere else. But definitely the consensus, and I kind of agree with the consensus, this game does have the potential to overtake Omsi 2. Well, be interesting to see, especially when the modding tools come out, then perhaps it will really start to shine. Yeah, the game is quite good. I quite like it myself. 0 to 40 in 1 second. Not in this bus. Okay. This lane seems very narrow, but I am trying to do a speed test here. Yeah, the lanes are very narrow, so it's a bit of a... So there we go. I think we're nearly at... Now we're at 70, so we're nearly at 80. So yeah, as you can see, the bus is limited as they are in real life. If we turn here, so into the lane we go. Although the right mirror for some reason seems to be better quality than the left one. Don't know why. Ah yes. Continuing on with those jokes, eh? Jeff Rooney, fair enough. Apple Crumble, we will. Actually, am I going the right way? Yes. Yeah, after that disaster, I'm very concerned about going the wrong way again. Just but look at me, yes, early access. Mario Papavochi, hello, welcome to the stream, good to see you here. How are you today? Hope all is well. But yeah, it would be nice if you could remove the speed limiter from these buses like I've done in Omsi 2. But I find the buses are a bit harder to control in this than in Omsi 2. Because the steering sensitivity is very different. It takes a bit of getting used to. Yeah, also, I don't know why there's no tracks here. There used to be tram tracks here. They've removed the tram tracks from here as well. Yeah, look at that. They've disappeared and now they appear. I was wondering if that's something to do with performance, but then I don't see why having tram tracks would actually reduce performance, because it's just metal and rails, and obviously I don't think it reduces performance either. Didn't worry, transport, I will keep doing. Ah yes, just need to get the meme of Lord Sugar just pointing the finger. You're fired. Yes, I'll punch that like button. Cheerio, cheerio. Apple Crumble question mark. Yes, I don't know what's going on. Everyone watch. Oh yeah, did everyone watch my funny moments return? Yes, it was 3 months. I actually have the clips ready for the next funny moments video because there was quite a bit of disasters going on. So yeah, I just need to put them in together with Blender. What do you think about the sound effects? Is it putting the sound effects mainly due to copyright reasons, just to avoid any potential copyright issues? Actually, do we turn here? No, we don't. It's the next one. We'll do this 2 lanes just to turn left, but this area seems quite nice actually. There's your McDonald's, there's your Lidl. Seems like another shopping center here. This is bus driving school. Ah, yes. Ah, so that's where SKL comes from this bus school like that, I see now. I like the graphics more in the bus game than Omsi 2. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone does because Omsi 2's graphics are terrible. It's like, it's the biggest shortfall of Omsi 2, bar the performance. Okay, now, I'm just gonna pause this. I'm gonna get a screenshot. I stopped using a data phone. Drive stop. Just for bad news. Yeah, when you get back to the depot. Yeah, exactly. That's why all the buses are gone. It's like, yeah, you don't deserve a send-off, so you've told all the drivers to disappear. Oh, you can even make a film. Okay, I'm just gonna put the weather to the storm. And then we're gonna go back. And then we're gonna get our screenshot. Okay, the color looks quite off though. So yeah, bear with me. We'll get the screenshot and then we're into the depot. Yeah, this is the thing I find with the only issue as well is with the settings for gamma and contrast for... Why is this tilted? The settings for gamma and contrast for like stormy weather is quite different than the ones you want to use for... Like the ones you want to use for sunny weather. So that's the thing. You do need to change it every time you want to change the weather. Yeah, I think that's... I think we probably need to bump the contrast a bit, and then there we go. So now this is... I'm just trying to get a screenshot here for... I don't know, what's it done to... Or why am I rotated? Ah, there we go. So now just getting a screenshot here for the thumbnail. And then we'll be off to the depot. Hello, I'm a pro, you noob. Why are you stating the obvious for, man? No need to state the obvious. Going to play Bus Simulator 21. Ah yes, I mean, so well, you know, lol, CB, I watch him, I'm pro Bus Driver CB, I never heard of him. Okay, so I missed quite a few of the chat. Noob, what? I'm strong. Ollie, hello. We're just about to enter the depot, but sure. This is probably the major part of the video or the live stream, so perfect timing, I guess. Now let's turn back the weather. Let's turn the weather back to sunny, and then don't lose control. Oh, we lost control. Yep. Well, it was worth it to get the screenshot. Yeah, so this is where the line 200 will go, and here is the depot. As you can see, completely empty. We must be in serious trouble. They probably told all the bus drivers to go away so they don't hear the screaming from the inspector. Are you scared? Yep. You know what? There you go. The bus is in the depot. I'm just gonna run off while we can. Oh no, did that change my contrast? Oh, flip. I've got the settings just right, and I think changing them in the... Oh, never mind. Lol, I'm pro. But yeah, this is the bus depot. There was one Scania before in the alpha stage that was hiding around. Close. Why will this door not close? Okay, never mind. Lol. Transport, not pro. Yes, indeed. There was one bus that was parked up there before, but it's not there anymore. So now I'm just going to showcase the depot. We're just going to drive around the depot just so you can see. At the moment it's empty, but will be added in. As you can see back there, there's an electric charging station, so that's for the Easter Taros. I'm guessing this is the depot where the Easter Taros operate out of. Have you watched the driving experience? Never heard of it. Is that a documentary? We're all pro apart from it. Yes, exactly. Funny enough, you're all pro and yet here you are watching a noob. The irony. So there are the pits, so this is where they fix the buses. They could turn this potentially into a bus mechanic simulator eventually. Gonna go down this road, down the back of the pits. Is this along like the river or something? There's lots of shipping containers. Bro, this needs to be in the funny moments. The bus on the tram track, do that in next. Ah yeah, so we want the funny moments for the bus. I mean, yeah, might look into doing that. I'd probably just need to... Generally need to be 8 minutes long so I can put in mid-roll ads while revealing the secrets. And just set it long enough, but yeah, I will. We'll do. We'll probably make us funny moments for the bus. I did one for the tram sim. Not exactly as popular as them to do funny moments. Maybe I need to do some for ETS2, although we only have one funny moment in ETS2. That was close, noob. The right door is bent in my perspective. Oh, is it? Oh, it's slightly curved. Yeah, actually, I think it is. Now that you pointed out. Your car has the hospital logo. Ah, okay. Why is that? I wonder. I don't know. The bus will, if you don't park and go away, yes. Speed disaster. Is it possible to zoom out on the GPS? I don't think so. As far as I know, not yet. But you always have the map. If you click M, you have the map and you can zoom in and out on the map. So that's pretty handy. But as far as I know, you can't on the GPS. I'm guessing they're going to add static buses here rather than AI buses. I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't know what's up with... Ah, no, it's probably because it's evening. The lighting's all over the place. Disaster. Transport, don't say your secrets. Ah, sure, look. How many people actually get to the end of the video anyway? So it's only like 9 people that I've heard. So nothing major. Okay, let's switch the bus off. And this is the depot. This is Indira Gandhi Strasse. So I'm guessing for tomorrow we want to see Omsi choose. So this will be the bus for a while now. And here it is. There's a Scania Citywide LF. Nice sunroof as well. Oh yeah, you can even open the windows. Yep, like so. Would you ever do a funny moments in chat in the funny moments? In the funny... What? What do you mean funny moments in chat? Oh, with a do you mean like a premiere? So do you mean a funny moments with a live chat? I've never actually done a premiere, so I can make the next funny moments a premiere if we want. I don't tend to see much point of doing a premiere myself, but if you want me to do it, sure can do. Oh yeah, you can also open the window. Disaster. Shh. We should not speak about it. Just don't say, oh, I need to track them down. Ah, exactly. And there we go. There it is, the Scania Citywide LF parked up. I'm just gonna get some screenshots. And yeah, this is really it for today. Thanks everyone for watching. And the bus will be out in 3 days, so yeah, it's quite a nice game, quite a neat little bus simulator. This is also an area you can drive to in early access phase 1, although it will be fully implemented in phase 2, so that means that static buses, it will actually be part of the tours, will be featured in phase 2. Well, there might be actual AI buses, I don't know. Oh boy, B5LH. Yes, Apple Crumble, what is your server? Ah, you have a server yourself, Apple Crumble? Apple Crumble Khalid who? You need to talk to the manager. Yes, where is the manager? Ah, yeah. Oh, look at that. I think they've added in this section. Now you can see inside the depot. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I'm guessing in the economy mode, you'll actually be able to go in there. Because this wasn't like this, I don't think, in phase 1. But yeah, they will add an economy mode where you can manage your own bus fleet. So this will probably be the depot that you can manage. And then when you go there, you can actually go inside. Let's see if you can go inside. You cannot. No, go into the bus. But yeah, there's an indicator of what is to come. So perhaps with people who make their own maps, they can also make their own depot. You can manage your own fleet. So it'll be interesting to see. Depots might become featured in a lot more maps, especially in the old days in Omsi and Omsi 2. They didn't actually have depots featured. Nothing went wrong. I saw you in Catford original. Ah, this is about Roblox, isn't it? Mine is Rootmaster Ali. Ah, so you're a Rootmaster fan. I see, I see. So you're the wrong guy. Oh. By the way, cover your ears. But anyway, folks, that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this, and... Oh yeah, look at those clouds. Yeah. It's funny, you can only really notice the clouds when you look straight up at them. Otherwise, it kind of looks a bit washed out. Ah, that's the word. Yeah, the sky does look a bit washed out sometimes. But yeah, like with Omsi 1 and Omsi 2, it might be a while until we see maps with depots. But I say actually in the bus, the maps will have depots earlier because there's more benefit having a depot, apart from the realism, obviously. But yeah, thanks all. Until next time. Bye for now.